Benjamin, and I prefer to be called Benjamin. I wear sandals year-round. I was born in September. This kind of thing? I prefer baths to showers, and suspenders to belts. I once owned a hardware store in Seattle, Washington, and before that I was born on Vancouver Island, yet my parents were Americans. I had many adventures there, and later in Seattle had 2 children and a wife, and then I had only 1 child and no wife and no hardware store. And so I moved to Portland, Oregon, to work for a time at Winks Hardware. I am now retired and continue to reside here in Portland, where I spend my days speaking clearly in the direction of a black plastic box with 1 piercing green eye. H. I'm gonna turn this off now, to check and see that it's working. Benjamin leaned back in his chair, watching as Helen tapped the switch on the front of the black machine. Its green light dimmed, then blinked out. She walked across the room, nervously took her phone from her purse. Slender, she stood taller than he did now. Height was something that had drawn him to her mother so long ago. Now the light from her phone illuminated her thin face, her sharp chin, her wide-set eyes. Was her hair always so dark? It was cut straight across, not quite touching her shoulders. She wore a black dress, her arms bare. Behind her, on the wall, hung a framed photo from long ago. In it she had to be only 2 or 3, laughing, wearing a stocking cap with round white buttons sewn on to look like eyes. She sat on Benjamin's shoulders, wore rubber boots. He remembered the feeling of those heels kicking his chest, and her hands lay flat atop his head, where wispy hair still grew. He was laughing in the picture, his mouth wide open, all his teeth. "What are you thinking about?" Helen said. "Nothing." "You're staring at me." "Your mother must have taken that picture." "What?" She turned to face the photograph. "Yes, that's a good one." After a moment, she looked back at him. "When was the last time you talked to her?" "To your mother?" he said. "I don't know. It's strange. 10 years, almost. At least. More. I can't even remember what we talked about. And now, I guess we won't talk again." "I wondered if you might come to the funeral." Stepping closer, Helen held out her phone. On its screen he could see lines of words, too small to read. "That's the transcription," she said. "The conversation we were just having." He reached out his hand, but she'd already put the phone in her pocket. Stepping past him, brushing against his shoulder, she tapped the switch, and the orange light blinked on again, turning green as they began to speak. October 20th, 2018, 2:57 p.m. Transcription of audio capture. B. What if I have nothing to say? To the machines, I mean. When you're not here, it'll be different. H. That's the thing. I'll ask you questions with this bigger machine here. B. The fax machine. H. Yes, right. Every now and then, a message from me will come out. I'll send you questions, and then you can answer them by speaking. And if you have questions for me, you can speak them out loud, and I'll receive them and answer. It'll be like a conversation. B. We're having a conversation right now. A kind of conversation. H. But we live in different places, and it's not always so easy to say things, for lots of reasons. I got you the computer, you know. Email, that's one way, but you won't even try. B. Couldn't you just send me a letter? H. I tried that, twice. You never answered. You probably never opened them. Look at that pile of mail on the table there. Remember how it was last month, before I put your bills on autopay? No electricity, no gas, no heat. B. That always works itself out eventually. H. I mean, your driver's license is expired. Your car registration. I hope you're not driving. B. I can take care of myself. Couldn't we just talk on the phone? H. We've talked about this already. It's the same problem. I can't just talk to you without stopping, without having...